Hello, Tina. Nice to see you again. How you doing today?
Nice to see you too. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Doing okay today? How are we doing?
I'm okay.
Doing okay?
Yeah.
All right. So just before we get into today's meeting, I just want to summarize really what we talked about last time. And really ultimately what we talked about was you have strong feelings of wanting an abortion. And in doing so, your parents are going to kick you out of the house. And is that still the case?
Yeah.
Also, you said that your sister was a viable option as to a place you could go, move out, because you still just really do want this abortion. And so really, I'm just looking, is anything really changed since last time we met?
I tried to talk to my parents about maybe changing their feelings. My sister actually also tried to talk to them and nothing worked. They didn't budge at all. Other than that, I would say the only thing that's changed is at school, it's awful. Like the father of the child, like him and his friends just bully me all the time. Like I hate it there.
Hmm. So last time, about a week ago, you had said that you were civil with that. It's no longer the case.
No longer.
Can you expand a little bit on this, or is it?
Like we would never talk about the baby, but we would see each other in the hallway and like wave at each other. But now it's just they'll put things on my locker, like nasty posters
Sounds
about,
tough.
yeah, it's awful.
Okay. So I'm really sorry to hear that. That sounds like it's really tough. And I'm sorry that your parents really doesn't seem like they're coming around yet either. And really part of what today's meeting is I talked about last time, really just diving into you again and figuring out what you believe and what is the most important of your problems and what we can address first and kind of agree upon some actionable steps to accomplishing that. So what I have here is a service plan. And what a service plan is it's kind of an agreement that we make. We're both gonna sign it, hopefully, if you agree to it, and explain it further. We agree upon the problems that are most important to you and some action steps that you can accomplish before our next meeting or in the time frame. So if you agree upon this, I'll take you through it and we can explain and talk about each step and what makes the most sense for you. And it can kind of give us some direction, how to move forward. So do you think, does that sound okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds okay? All right. So the first one is we're gonna come up with two of your biggest problems. The ones that you want to accomplish first, the ones that are most important to you. And kind of through our conversation, what I've heard is that you really have this, you want an abortion. That's really your main goal why you're coming to me. So that's going to be, I'd say, problem number one. And another thing I'd say is maybe we want to talk to your parents and maybe get them into a counseling session and bring them in and try to turn their feelings around so you can kind of stay with them. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I definitely agree. My first problem needs to be an abortion. Like that's the biggest goal is I need an abortion. I can't do this. But I think the second one, I've already tried to talk to them, and so is my sister. I don't think that their feelings are going to change. So maybe the next one would be getting into a new school because of how horrible it's been.
Okay. Yeah, that totally makes sense. So your parents are definitely, you totally think that's no turning them around.
There's no budging.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Well, it's good news that your sister said that you've been with her. It's great you have her. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down here, if you don't mind. So the next, as for need statement, that's kind of just taking this problem and transforming it into what you need. So for the first one, it's kind of self-explanatory.
An abortion.
You need an abortion. For the second one, you need
A new
a
school.
new school. All right. So that's kind of set in stone there. I'll write that down as well. For our goals and objectives for the first one, your end goal, kind of, again, self-explanatory, would be to successfully receive an abortion. And for our second one, your goal will be to successfully and what school district? Where does your sister live again? I
It's
think
connected.
Schenectady. So Schenectady, that puts you at Schenectady, Schenectady High School, or yeah, I think that's what it's called, Schenectady Schools. Yeah. Okay, so that's where your end goal will be there.
For this one, for the abortion, I want to do that as quick as possible.
Yeah,
I need
okay.
that one to be first.
That's gotta be first. All right, so that perfect. So we'll talk about the time frame and last, but for sure. So next is our actionable steps, or these immediate steps that you're gonna accomplish in this time frame.
Mhm.
So first, we gotta figure out where the service is gonna come from. Is it gonna be with us, Planned Parenthood? Is it a better option somewhere else? And we have to schedule a consultation. So I'd say that's the first step, is the abortion consultation. And within that is, we're gonna figure out your insurance and payment information, whether, I know you're under your parents' insurance right now, but that's obviously complicated, so we'll take care of that within that consultation. But we're also probably gonna do a health evaluation, just to make sure you're all healthy and stuff, and then healthy procedure. So would you say, is there anything you'd like to add in that, or
No, I think
No?
that's good.
that sounds good?
Yeah.
All right, and then for moving into new school, the first thing is ultimately probably have to get you all set and move, I'm
Mhm.
guessing. Would you say that's gonna take place after the abortion takes place, preferably? So then what would that mean as far as in your household? Would you have to hide it from your parents for a few days, or would you just move in to your sisters and wait for that transition, or?
I would say it either has to happen the same day or the day after,
Okay.
so not anymore.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, but step one in that would be definitely to move. Then we can make the call and just establish your proof of residency, establish that, and we can probably do that here together, even with your sister. She should probably be that here for as well, as long as you're comfortable with that. And next, you'll probably just have to, start first day. So as long as you think that's okay, anything you have to add to that?
No, I think that's good.
All right. So then for both of these, it's nice to have a physical like copy or objective list or something to show that you've accomplished something. So for the first one, I say we just simply make a list, and for each one, you're going to cross it off. You're going to have your set of appointments, your steps to measure, and for each one, you're going to cross it off until you finally get to that bottom goal and have everything measured. Does that sound okay? Is there anything you'd rather do?
No, I think the list is good, so I can see it on paper.
That's a good idea too. So then would you prefer to do the same thing with your second goal as well, or is there a different approach?
I think that's a good approach.
Yeah, okay. So we can do the same thing. The second, it'll just be a list of like, we'll have who to call, probably things you'll need on your first day, just things like that. So if anything you have to add to that, how about we?
No, I think that looks good.
Okay, so then time frame. I know last time we scheduled it about a week since our last meeting, but for these tasks, I don't know. What do you think? I'd say for the abortion, to have that all completed, I'd say at least a week. We could get started on that and
Yeah.
make the consultation. Just get started on it. We could do that tomorrow,
Mhm.
but as far as the whole thing, I'm not sure.
I think a week is good, as soon as possible, but if it takes
Yeah.
a week is good.
Yeah, I think you're still very early in the process, so, okay, about a week. And then as far as moving into a new school district, they kind of go hand in hand. Do you agree?
Mhm.
So then I would say 7 days as well, because in the process of going through this procedure, you're gonna have to move schools as well. Okay. All right, so then if we could just both, I'm gonna sign it, and if you could sign it, just we'll be in agreement here, and we're we're definitely gonna accomplish these tasks before the next time we meet. And we'll schedule that meeting after we can both sign this here. Is that all right? All right.
What's today's date?
Today's the 20th, April 20th. Thank you. Okay, so is there anything else you'd like to talk about or discuss today before we wrap things up?
I think I'm all set.
You're all
That really
set?
covered it with me.
How are your grades in school? I know you talked about the little altercation with your.
The grades, they're slipping a little bit, but nothing that I can't get back up, especially if I switch schools,
Okay,
like it'll be a fresh start.
so you're almost looking forward to switching schools a
yeah.
little bit.
I can't
Yeah.
stay there.
Yeah, and how are things at home? Are things, do you talk, are your parents confrontational at all, or?
It's more of the silent treatment.
Okay,
They have had enough of talking. That's all we've done.
yeah,
It's them just arguing with me and not budging at all. And they just have given up and given me the silent treatment. It's like I don't even live there.
okay, that's, I'm so sorry to hear that. So, unless there's anything else you'd like to talk to me about today or discuss, just to summarize, wrap up what we've got accomplished before next time we meet. We're really gonna get your consultation scheduled and get that abortion procedure taken care of. And we're also really gonna, at the same time, look forward to this move. And we're gonna call this new school district and approach that with open arms and a happy heart. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
That sounds good. So I'd love to meet just same time, about a week. So that put us at next Wednesday, what is that, the 27th, 3 o'clock, because you'll be in that new
3:30.
school, 3:30. Okay, perfect. So if that works for you, that's awesome.
I'll see you next Wednesday.
I'll see you next Wednesday.